Critics of the nation's resource rent tax say unless it's changed, Australians won't see any benefit of the growing gas boom for at least another 20 years. Australia will soon be the world's largest exporter of liquefied natural gas, but critics say loopholes in the tax scheme mean gas companies are paying little for the precious resource.
Within a few short years, Australia is set to become the world's biggest gas exporter. But it will be a long time before this delivers a revenue bonanza.
There'll be no new revenues from the primary tax on oil and gas for the next 2 decades and perhaps even longer.
The North West Shelf gas fields used to be exempt from the petroleum resource rent tax. When the Gillard government extended it to these rich deposits, a huge tax windfall was promised, but it looks unlikely.
We could be losing hundreds of billions of dollars on the gas boom.
WA Treasury documents obtained under Freedom of Information confirm the major LNG projects off the WA coast are unlikely to raise significant income from the PRRT over the next few decades.
The problem we have at the moment is that the international oil price, and gas is effectively pegged to that, has crashed, more than halved.
But the other problem is generous tax concessions that let the oil and gas industry write off far more than its exploration costs.
We want to see a parliamentary inquiry, and we want the parliament to identify where the loopholes are and to identify what changes to the law need to be made to fix the loopholes.
Essentially, this is all based on government data.
In 2019, credible figures suggest that the country of Qatar will receive $26.6 billion in royalties from its gas reserves, while Australia will gain just $0.8 billion.
It's hard to imagine that Qatar is doing a better job of managing its natural resources and benefiting its own people than the Australian government currently is.
This is important because we want a decent society where we can fund our schools, our hospitals, our universities, our aged care system.
Don't rely on what Malcolm Turnbull declared the golden age of gas to deliver it. Stephen Long, ABC News.